Hi, I'm Claude.
And I'm Clinton, and we're the Lamest Defenders. So for this week's episode, we review episode 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Does this series soar?
Or should it be grounded?
Hi, Thanos. We're the Lamest Defenders.
I don't even know who you are.
We have a small but dedicated fan base.
Be sure to visit our sponsor at BaskervilleProductions.com.
Welcome back. So yeah, this is the first review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Just a disclaimer, we were kind of talking about it before, but I always call this Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So
Yeah.
it's a Super Smash Brothers F-Zero character, so maybe he's in it. It's a cool tie-in. But yeah, starting off, it's basically kind of just gets the ball rolling immediately with Falcon. He is now, I guess he re-enlisted into the Air Force, and he gets an assignment basically. Some tourists decided to hijack a plane, and Falcon's the man for the job.
Yep.
So immediately just starts off like full action.
Full of drones and helicopters, and it kind of grabs you immediately, honestly. Like it was kind of jarring, actually, for me.
Yeah.
A little, honestly, the choreography kind of suffers from the thing that really bothered me about the Bourne movies, where it's just so shaky camera and like why go through all this trouble with fight choreography and stuntmen if you're just gonna just move the camera around a lot? I don't get that.
And that's why Daredevil works so well, is because it was smooth. Like the action in that, like you see, like it was choreographed well
for sure.
And I think this scene. It kind of reminded me of Iron Man 1, where he's in the desert flying around. It's another military mission.
Yeah.
And then also the opening reminded me also of Captain America and Winter Soldier, where it just starts off immediately in action. Yeah. So I thought,
the tanker.
And that's
the Metal Gear Solid 2
opening. So it's like one of my favorite Marvel movies. It's top 3 for sure. So I appreciated that, but they didn't really, no pun intended, stick the landing for this, because there was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a very for like a 15 or 45 minute, I guess, episode, including credits. It had a lot packed into it.
The one thing I did like is, and it's more Winter Soldier vibes, is they brought back Batroc, which is played by George St. Pierre, the UFC fighter, hasn't fought in like 10 years. And they're really missing a dank opportunity to get his twirly mustache, like from the comics.
He's got those 2 Marvel movies under his belt. Like,
that's true,
he's
busy. He's kind of. When did Winter Soldier come out? 2014. So there's a little bit of a gap between his acting roles. Yeah. But I haven't followed him on IMDb. But we got to talk. I don't know if you're about to mention about the wingsuits during this.
Oh yeah.
It's. I don't know why movies try to make wingsuits look badass, because it ends up just looking so goofy. It's like Rocky and Bullwinkle, because like George St. Pierre or maybe one of his French fry goons, they turn around and they start shooting on the through the wingsuit. It reminded me of MacGruber. He's like this. It's just the bullets aren't gonna go straight.
Yeah. In the mission before, they said we're not there, i.e. the military. We're not there. You're not there. Just like this has to be like clandestine, basically. Well, that shot that immediately.
Release the missiles.
We literally have Sam putting Captain America, Steve Rogers, in a museum.
Yeah.
He's literally retiring the shield.
Back on ice.
And he gives this really nice speech about how no one besides Steve can just stand there looking stoic either. Like it was kind of nice, but.
And then guess who's in the crowd? Is James Rhodey. Also known as War Machine.
War Machine makes an appearance, before Armor Wars.
Yeah, and that's kind of neat.
He's talking to him like, how come you didn't take the mantle, all that kind of stuff, and it was a really touching scene. I actually really liked that. It was more character moments like that I really hope we get throughout this show.
Following that, after Rhodey and Sam's real powwow, was one of our favorite parts, if not our favorite part in the entire episode, which is a flashback to Winter Soldier during one of his missions, where he's out to eliminate some people for Hydra, and there is some collateral damage, and Winter Soldier does not leave witnesses. So he ends up killing some kid that will play ramifications later on to the episode, and it was pretty interesting. I just love that scene. I do say
well done,
he wasn't wearing eyeshadow, so this review automatically goes 4 out of 10, because a man can't look badass with long hair without eyeshadow.
So then after that, we go to his therapist session, a therapy session with a very pushy therapist. Like I thought therapists were supposed to listen, but I guess not. different schools of thought on that one. But
it's the VA, man.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair because she does mention that she was a soldier.
Yeah.
So, and she keeps asking Bucky about his nightmares.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't have nightmares. He's like, of course, they're not nightmares because they're memories.
Yeah.
Like, he's reliving the past. Like, this isn't some fictional world he's built. This is his life. And he's trying to atone for his sins, basically, which is very nice.
Yeah. She's basically just saying you need friends. Like, you keep ignoring Falcon, and, Sam's calls and all this other stuff because he doesn't talk to anybody. But he does actually have a friend in Brooklyn, which is this nice little old man.
Yeah, Yuri.
Yeah, and I really like that because it's actually Bucky is older than him.
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah.
And
I wish he'd call him kid.
Yeah,
that would have been great.
And it's funny too because this old man basically forces Bucky to go on a date with the person that's working at the sushi bar. So that was kind of cool. And it was kind of weird that it turns out this guy had a son that was killed a few years back, and it turns out the Winter Soldier, it was Bucky whenever he's mind controlled, and he ends up executing him because he doesn't leave witnesses. So I thought it was dumb until Clinton just brought it up before we filmed that it's Bucky's version of Captain America's book where he's trying to do things and cross them off the list. And I think he's trying to atone for his sins and get peace, if not for himself, for other people.
Yeah, because he mentions that explicitly in that therapy session too. He's like, I want peace. He just looks so lost too.
Yeah, the therapist is like,
bull. Yeah. Like, you want to kill, don't you? Like, no, yes you do.
She's just like, oh yeah, you like that, Daddy, don't you? And
that's staying in.
No, leave it. So after that, it's Falcon or Sam. He goes back to Louisiana to basically help out his sister because he's been gone for 5 years. Because this picks up pretty much, And
I think so was she. I think she was gone too.
No, because she said she was raising her two
That's
kids.
fair. Okay, my bad.
Her babies and trying to keep the business afloat.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was hilarious because you just see this boat dry dock, and then I keep seeing pictures of shrimp, and then I was like, oh my god, is he related to Bubba? And then this is the Bubba Gump fishing co. It might be the most ambitious crossover in cinema history. But
times have been tough since the early 90s.
So basically Sam is trying to help his sister because she's, she can't keep up with the payments of the boat and the house, and then it actually ties into them going to the bank, which is one of your least favorite scenes. And
I felt like it was. That's where I was confused. I thought she said there was no. Of course, I had no income over the last 5 years. I wasn't alive. I thought she said something to that effect. So she may have been talking about Sam, but. He said the banker is, or the loan lender is like, don't I know you from somewhere? Did you play for LSU or something? And so they're in Louisiana. Yeah, they're in Louisiana. No trace of an accent anywhere. And this is from where the boat is. You assume it's on the bio. You guys should be all talking like Gambit from the X-Men.
The name is Gambit. Remember it.
To say, Gambit and Road, tie-in, baby. Mutants confirmed, you heard it first.
So, and then they get denied for the loan, which, I'm sorry, I don't think that would have happened at all. There's no way a hero who saved the world is going to be denied, $100,000 loan.
Especially with the power of social media. He could just cancel.
He would have said, this bank sucks. Okay.
Bend over backwards.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of a weird scene.
That honestly bothered me a lot, but I was just okay, this is fictional at this point. But
so then toward the very last thing for really the episode, it's Falcon's boyfriend Torres, and he is basically on his own independent investigation into the terrorist group, the Flag Smashers, which is weird because I guess he's got an app that shows exactly, it's like AR or something, which is stupid.
They have their own Pokemon Go app.
I was like, was it Darcy install this or something? Yeah. And so basically he finds out with this location that there's a secret, mission for them where they're basically stealing money. And then it turns out, it looks like that if not a few of these Flag Smashers have some sort of super strength. Maybe it's an off-brand super soldier serum. Yeah. And he gets his ass beat.
Yeah, it was decisive. It was within about 5 seconds, which
I was
makes sense, honestly.
How did he like fall on the ground? I'm sorry, this just cut me out of the experience. How did he get his ass beat so hard and get thrown and smashed into the ground and not break his cell phone? Because anytime I'm taking a turd and then I drop the phone on the ground, it just instantly shatters. But this guy, I guess he's got a good OtterBox or something. But anyway, I digress on that. But so it finally ends with the revelation that the Department of Defense has basically enlisted a new Captain America, and it's U.S. Agent, which is John Walker in the comics, and I'm really, really, really excited for this, just to see how they kind of implement this.
Yeah.
This and Zemo are like my most hyped portions about this show.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam's sister Sarah did not look very. She was almost distraught when they announced it. She was like, "Sam, look at this," and then I'm a little torn, honestly, about that whole scene. If only because during the Smithsonian scene, Sam was explicit. He was just like, "I don't want this mantle." He was just like, no one should have this right now. And then was it like what you said, like a day or two later, like, oh, here it is.
Yeah, he literally just donated the shield to the Smithsonian, basically because they have like a tribute to Captain America. It's like a whole wing of the museum, and they're like, all right, time to give this away immediately.
Yeah.
It's like giving your buddy like something, and then they sold it at GameStop. You let him borrow like Super Smash Brothers, another Falcon tie in there. But and then it's just it hurts, to see that, and it was kind of weird, like how it was just like immediately, like you get why he's kind of pissed off about it.
I understand that, but I also understand the need for, because even Sam said that Captain America is the greatest symbol, and that shield is the greatest symbol.
Yeah.
So I can understand that the government wants something to unite everybody.
Oh, I get
kind of need that.
Yeah, I get the government's perspective, but I'm kind of just defending Falcon, like why he'd be pissed.
That's why I'm torn, like, because I understand both points.
Yeah,
or I see both points, rather,
right?
But it was just, like, I don't know. I feel like one kind of outweighs the other. So, like, get over it. But
you got it. Well, it's just hard to find somebody to replace somebody like Steve Rogers that had his morals and his values. But so. I mean, out of 10, what would you give the debut of Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I'm going to give it a 7. I really loved the Bucky stuff. I actually like getting to know Sam's family, too.
That is cool.
I like the quieter moments, honestly. Like the action scenes, like I said earlier, are just kind of jarring and just a little bit much for me. I like being able to see the action.
Yeah, that's a plus. That's why Captain America Winter Soldier was so good.
Yeah,
you got to see what's going on, like the
fight between Jean Girac, like between the very beginning.
St. Pierre.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the fight between him and Captain America in the beginning.
See his kicks. Or
it
honestly
awesome. Looks like a 2D fighter game.
Yeah.
Like they're just like a great shot.
Or even like Winter Soldier when he's fighting with the knife against Captain America.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there were definitely. I like where this series could go. I feel like it's going to be a great spy thriller.
Yeah,
but I really prefer the quieter moments. Honestly, like the character moments.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would say this show would work a lot better if the Russo brothers directed it, because they already did. Winter Soldier, Civil War, they already know that, but they wanted to take a break and make that crappy Tom Holland movie Cherry. Calling them out, but I will say this show.
Take that,
yeah. If you guys want to come on, I'll interview you. No.
Come on down to Claude's basement.
That movie wasn't.
We got ping pong.
Marvel Crisis Protocol, but I'm a little bit more positive with the show. I really liked it. I knew I was going to like this better than WandaVision, because I like the characters more. I like the setting. I like it where it's calling back on some of my favorite MCU movies. Not to say I didn't like WandaVision. I thought that was a great show, but for this one, episode 1, I would say I would give it probably 8.5.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
It's our review for the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so stay tuned for next week where we'll do episode 2. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thanks so much. Stay lame.
See ya.